This month, we are focused on helping parents and students prepare for the school year this fall. The CDC released a checklist for parents to help them look at schools' reopening plans, medical risks, and emotional stress. It also highlights the importance of students wearing masks. The tool is designed to help parents weigh the risks and benefits of both virtual and in-person options before making a decision. From the number of virtual students and technology distribution to someone testing positive for COVID-19, Knox County parents still have lots of questions about the new school year. 10 News anchor Beth Haynes checks back in with 3 parents she first spoke with last week after Knox County announced its reopen plan.
And Lashika, let's talk more about the registration process for virtual learning, because we talked. 2 of your students, your younger students, are going to do the virtual learning. Your oldest is actually going to go because it's her senior year. You were able to get registered and you're all set?
I got them set up with the virtual, and shortly after you set your students up with virtual, you'll receive another email for the device, so you can register them for the device as well.
Beth and Jonathan, what are you hearing about numbers as far as virtual learning in your schools?
The last count we got was yesterday, and it was sitting around 20%. We suspected that would go up a little, but I checked with our principal this morning, and she was still waiting on final numbers from IT.
At the middle school level too, I'm really curious there, because a lot of times when we talk about this, my mind goes to elementary school and a little more controlled there. But at the high school and the middle school level, we're at Beard Middle, we've got 1,500 students, and logistically you can think about those classes changing and what that presents. So I am really curious to hear what the percentage is at Beard Middle School, because that'll have a tremendous impact on what he and his staff, Mr. Mike Toth, are allowed to do in terms of class changes with cafeteria.
So what are the concerns? What are you most anxious about at this point as we look towards school reopening?
My main concern is, as far as if someone tests positive for COVID, are the families and the community going to be notified? If there's a staff member or that tests positive, what are they going to do? What is their plan of action? How are they going to notify the parents, the community, and things like that?
What about you, Beth?
Right now, I'm thinking a lot about staffing and some of the issues that they're going to face. Research is showing us that kids 10 and under aren't as infectious. So I get that walking into a classroom of high school or middle-aged kids is a different, has a different risk level, perceived risk for teachers than maybe some of the younger children, and risk at all ages, to be sure. I'm not downplaying that, but just how staff will respond and how we're able to manage classrooms and keeping teachers comfortable within them.
Yeah. Jonathan, one thing you had mentioned to me was just hoping that the Chromebooks, the technology, will be distributed pretty quickly.
Well, it's a huge undertaking with 60,000-ish devices that need to be deployed, and getting the students comfortable, the faculty comfortable with that. I do know, in talking to our principals, that a lot of our staff members this summer have been doing professional development courses on virtual learning versus in-person learning, because they're very different things. And I think just the undertaking of getting those devices deployed to our students, getting them comfortable with them, getting our parents comfortable with them too, because whether you're doing virtual or not, at some point as a parent or a caregiver, you're going to be involved with answering a question of, how do I access this? What do I click here? So just having that comfort level for if and when everyone goes virtual, that we're not going to be like we were in the spring, where we're kind of at a standstill, where everyone's ready to kind of seamlessly move forward. Staff, students, parents, anyone involved with that. So I do think that's a big undertaking, and I hope I hope those are distributed soon. I know I can't imagine logistically trying to manage that, but that is definitely a concern.
And despite the uncertainties, those parents praise the guidance they have already received from Knox County principals. As of right now, 17,000 Knox County students have chosen the virtual option. That's close to a quarter of the number of people in the districts.